My name is Hircine, God of the Hunt.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
God
you as
of the
well.
Hunt. My name is, well, quite long and obnoxious, but my name is Cindo.
I thought your name was Deer. Like the animal.
No,
Oh.
no, that is a term of endearment to show that we are together in a romantic sense.
Understand.
Ah. I don't understand.
Take care.
We are mates.
Ah! You could have just said so.
Sorry, different languages, different folks, different ways of talking.
Oh, fair enough.
But yes, I'm Cindo.
Cindo.
That is me.
I remember
I'm the
your name.
combat instructor around here. I give tips on how to fight better, based on things I see. Or crazy ideas that may or may not lead to breakthroughs and growth.
What has been your, what you consider your craziest idea?
I learned a way to absorb and contain enough lightning within me that a bestial could probably emit, and to unleash it in a beam that split the sky once. I then fell unconscious for about 10 days, but, you know.
At some point, I'll want to try my, I'll test my durability against that.
Well, I can't do it anymore. The person who had that much lightning got wounded, doesn't have it anymore, and they don't even go to the guild anymore. I'm sure Leon might be able to replicate it, but again, I'd go unconscious for about a week, probably.
Well, good rest.
True. No, that's the craziest idea I've ever done with my own abilities, I think.
Currently, I believe the grandest thing I've ever accomplished was killing a direwolf. It was one of the greatest fights of my life. And it got boring after that, which is why I left.
Well, don't worry. I also came here to find some of the greatest places, fights, and people I've ever met, and I haven't been disappointed so far.
I'm glad to hear that. And you can now say you've met a god.
That's true.
This is delicious.
I've met a few legends. I'll chalk that up along with it.
I appreciate
I was
that.
adopted by a ghost once.
By a ghost.
Adopted by a ghost.
Yep.
How did that work?
Statue of her and everything, you know. I went through some trials that I can't talk about, and then she said, "Welcome to the family."
Right.
5-star guild.
5-star killed.
Corey, so
Oh.
anything that new?
No, it's not a matter of it being new, though. It's more so seeing you once again.
Doesn't entirely compute with me.
Okay.
We'll take that as a resounding yes.
I mean, I saw them using Magma.
Hello, Hircine.
Oh, Hircine.
Great things.
I am surprised you're able to walk out in the snow without a shirt.
I'm pretty sure if anyone's used to
It's
it,
not
he
that
might be
bad.
the most.
It's not that bad. I don't know why everyone's
It's
complaining.
horrible.
You're a fire null.
I want to be wearing less.
You're disqualified from this conversation.
It's not that
We're
bad.
being exempt.
I
That's
probably
not
should have
fair. That's not fair right now. I am
disqualified?
being oppressed. I can't believe it.
Is that one roasting?
I don't know.
I'm
Can you
being
regulate your body
disqualified.
temperature?
He's warming up.
Terrible.
No,
He's able to do
I'm
this.
relaxing.
I'm
really
not
tempted
like
to
on
just-
command. I still get really cold.
You're not the only one.
Please don't.
I still can get really cold.
Wait a
in
minute.
water.
Zoe, I have an idea.
You still have half your shirt on.
We
Ben,
dig a
so
hole and I
you
put a
are
lot of magma in
temporarily
it.
Disqualified.
I-
Okay, but that's
I
just
don't
'cause that
know
makes
if
it
that
bad.
actually hurt me or not.
I wouldn't test it. I
Because
would
it's
not test that.
technically not fire.
I guess I'll
But
dig
it is
myself
also
one
kind of hot.
smoke.
No. Zoe?
But it's like fire in like a sticky form is the best way.
It's sticky fire.
It's sticky fire.
Sticky fire.
What an awful
It's like
What are you
liquid
talking about?
sticky fire.
What?
I would describe it as
Are you talking about
yeah.
piranha?
Warm rock.
No, we're talking about this.
No,
No, we're talking about magma.
That.
Okay,
About that.
you can get charged with
I
two
don't know what it
elements,
would
right?
do to me.
Burn, most likely.
You can get charged with two elements, right? Yeah.
I mean,
so
I've done it
would
once.
It'd probably
Well,
be a
technically twice.
mixture. It'd be a mixture of fire and earth, I believe.
Yes,
Yes,
fire
Yes.
here.
Charged with key yet, by the way.
Still hate God's face. Yeah,
I'm
no.
pretty sure they
doesn't
have.
do anything.
Well,
Leave
whenever
it
you
on
want to
the
poke this, let me know.
Wait,
I'm good. Thank you.
No,
Leon.
Leon.
Not you.
Leave.
He was a former member.
That's my brother.
Are you sure that one's alive?
He is.
Yeah,
No,
he's a
not
fire
actually.
null.
He's
free
sleeping.
reign.
He's fine.
Oh,
he's
yep.
Good. He's good. Nope.
Yeah, he's alive.
I'm
Hircine,
not
if you don't, I'm also a fire null. See,
Well, it's also Leon's fire.
Perfectly
so
fine.
Any one of us could touch it and we'll be fine.
I'll take your word for it.
It actually looks more and more comfy. Like in a stupid way. I'm not gonna do it. I said I wasn't gonna do it. I'm not gonna
Very
do
much
it.
so.
I mean, the wood. I mean, I'll be honest. The wood shifts once, and it comes
Living the best dog
cracking
life
down on his
currently.
ribs.
Oh no, I
The
already
wood shifts
gently
once, and
nudged
it
it
all
out.
falls
Jamming
on his
into my
ribs.
sides.
So I have a
I can't
question.
imagine that's actually comfy. At all.
I understand. I understand that you.
Warm.
Yes, you find it quite warm. How about your clothes?
I'll just sit up.
This clothes are
They're good.
fireproof.
As it is.
They're
He has
apparently
them made of
fireproof.
fire-resistant material because he frequently sets himself on fire.
And are they
Also have fire resistance.
also
clothing.
resistant to the ash in the suit?
No.
No,
No, they're gonna be
no,
dirty as
no,
fuck.
No, that's.
He's
yeah, we
actually
pointed
getting
that out there.
extremely dirty because he jumped in the hot spring and then he walked over here and put himself in the
Wet.
fire.
Ah,
You're gonna have to go back in the hot spring.
Yeah.
No, he'll get it dirty.
Yeah, no, not before you clean
Well,
yourself
he
off.
needs to wash
You're going
before
back in the hot
getting
spring.
into
Water dog.
Yeah.
Clean him. Spray him.
Away from us.
As you wish.
no.
your
Water
desire
dog?
will know.
Wait. Some of us will get splashed in the blast range.
I'm not gonna high beam him right here.
If you get me wet, if you get me wet, I'm throwing you
charged up
into,
like you were gonna.
into the
I'm-
south.
I could do that. It's literally just a pool of water in front of my mouth. It's not that hard.
I'd imagine it's a liquid.
Let's choose peace,
okay,
okay?
one. If I fire there, it's gonna.
Yes,
I'm not
it is
gonna hit
indeed a
anybody with
Apollo
water.
looks so mad.
Which means it cannot be
I
hard.
can see it coming
I'm
off.
cold.
He doesn't
Choose
want to be
peace.
wet.
Okay.
Here.
I'm being pet. I can't.
I better. So bad.
No.
Okay.
I don't
You
think
should
I've
go
ever actually
inside
been
where
in the
it's a
snow
warm
outside of my
Chin
armor.
scratches. Ah.
No people are out here.
There are dogs in my family.
cannot.
It is not that cold.
Yes, I do.
I mean,
I
go-
know.
then go
fair,
get your
that's
armor.
cheating.
Absolutely.
It's
Wear
not that
that.
cold.
Like the ear thing is one
a lot
thing,
of
but nobody
armor.
ever does the chin scratches.
Let me know if I take up too much space.
You'll be fine.
I think
Are you all used to this thing called
Hopefully.
hot
Are you
cocoa?
cold?
I mean it.
It's a
This
warm
is
drink.
delicious.
Nice seasonal drink.
Okay, his body is cold, but it doesn't affect him the same
Yeah,
Would
I'm
you
not
like
used
to-
to it either.
Mm.
Also, yes,
You
I'm a
gotta
water
soak
Very
guy.
good.
the cocoa, but
If I enchanted your
I can warm
shirt,
himself up if he ever needs.
can I make it so it's warm?
Drew, I
forgot how
have bad
cold
news.
it is. Okay, we'll
What's
get back.
bad news?
Can I do it for
I
just
have to
like
break the
5
law
minutes?
and temporarily evict you.
You know, if I
No,
say yes,
like
it's
5
going.
minutes. The dog from the spot.
Every time you do this, oh, just a little bit. Oh,
Okay,
just
then never
this
mind.
amount of
Never mind. I
time.
won't. And then I won't. Then
My
it's gonna
arm.
sit over there and freeze his nips off. Then see if I care.
Will they actually come off?
Should you
This
care?
comfy. I feel like I'm
That
rolling
was
a
He's
a
statement.
making the
I don't
active
think I do.
choice to be outside.
That was
He
a,
can
that
be
was a
inside.
statement right there.
He wants to be with people.
I'm
We're
gonna
not there.
I'm gonna make the active choice to light myself on fire.
If you're going to
If you
do
touch any
that,
part of my outfit, I will splash you.
Do it away from others.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing it over here. I know.
Okay.
thank you.
Some of us have brains, even if we don't use them.
Some is a very strong word.
Are you
Some is
saying that
definitely
Hello,
very
Mara.
strong.
experience?
Yeah.
Crystal Knights to you lot.
I heard your one thing
Happy
went
Crystal
well,
Knights.
Zoe.
There.
The one bar.
Ooh, did not happen.
What the? What? Yeah,
What bar?
whoa.
Not gonna happen.
It looks
I'm a huge fan of not being on fire. If you can help me with that.
What's it called?
I can't see a lyric.
Bar
Oh
of
my
the
god.
mana stuff.
Oh,
It's like a sleep paralysis demon coming to haunt me.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you.
you're what?
I didn't say anything.
I don't
thought you
speak
did this week.
Hold on.
My scheduling is
You
off.
don't see this.
No, that's
I forget I said anything earlier.
probably gonna do it after
What
Christmas.
do you mean? What'd you say? Yeah, no.
That's not ominous in the slightest.
There we go.
How are
Yeah,
you doing
yeah.
today, Hircine?
Forgot the term.
I haven't done it
Pretty
yet.
good. I
Hopefully
came
I'll
in
do it.
from a small light hunt outside,
No, do you want to wait?
and now I've been given this thing called a hot cocoa.
I'll be back.
Oh my
It's one of the most delicious things I've ever tried.
Try yourself before you come out into the
Oh,
cold
they are
this
quite good.
time.
Do you want that spawn now?
I am now a huge fan of whatever this is.
How much Sneaky herbs.
Hold on.
It's
Oh.
It even has a small hat.
More money than I
Here,
have
I'll
my entire life.
It even has a.
Adorable.
Oh, he does have a scar. Oh no, that's part of his hat.
It is a long hat.
What a hat
You
like
lose
that.
on me.
Is he going to go set the hot spring on fire?
Is my knife still
Besides, they're-
moving?
They're kind
Oh,
of
That's
you
not
wish,
how water
brother.
works.
You wish.
Well,
Does water
I don't
work?
think so.
lavender, camel.
with the water would not catch on fire. However, the rest of the building is wood.
Haven't heard
I
of that
think
one.
Valdarin root does the same thing.
Yeah.
Definitely haven't heard of that one.
But it's wood constructed by Leon.
I think
I was gonna say,
should
if you're
go
talking
home.
about that
My
building, it's not
vision
gonna
just-
catch on fire.
Not that one. He went into that one. With the. Is this the part where you all say 5-star guild and stare at me?
It's
5-star guild.
probably.
Ah, I see.
Fireproof?
Be nice.
I know the forges. I found out the hard way.
I'd hope so.
Leon is a
But
fire being, so a
I
lot
don't
of the
know.
items here are fireproof.
I'm pretty sure the bathhouse is fireproof.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Appreciate
yeah,
you,
after a
know.
certain incident. Yeah, no, cause we had a fire.
There was
elf.
an incident?
Yeah,
Oh,
there was
A
an
fire elf?
Oh.
He
Yeah.
called himself a sun elf. I think he was more than that, demonstrably.
I think that was the term. Sun elf.
Oh, I ran out of hot cocoa.
Sun elf.
I'm gonna take my glass to
The
the
guy
kitchen.
that was literal fire?
Here, you wanna take mine as well?
Like,
Yeah, he was a fire genasi.
There you go.
Genasi? All I remember from him is that he flirted with Inazuma a lot.
He flirted with a lot of people.
He did.
If it had a pulse, he was usually hitting on it. At least once.
I think I was safe. I think I avoided it.
I mean,
Why would you attack it with the
you like shoot
pulse?
your shot, I guess.
Is it some sort of predator instinct?
That's not an attack.
I don't think I've asked. What do you do?
How
Urge
do
to
you
mate.
even describe?
Ah! You could have started with that.
More casual. More
My
casual.
family owns an apothecary.
This is now the second conversation where someone has brought up that word again.
A healing ability that
Casual?
steals away
No,
your
mate.
them on my body, and then I could transfer them to someone else.
Mate?
Yes.
You know
I
how
met the
animals
one,
pair up to
well,
have more?
I met the one called Sindo. I thought his name was Deer because of Alaska.
I mean, it helps in certain cases, like for example, if you have your arm
The romantic partners.
That was elaborated to me. Yes.
Huh. But would you lose?
If you just bring me a corpse after,
This is almost impossibly soft.
transfer it to the corpse, so my arm won't be permanently cut
Isn't
off.
that like still horribly
I
painful,
broke
though?
up the good cotton.
It happened once.
Cotton?
And
How many of those do you
technically,
have? I just meant any injury.
As many as I make.
It's
Cotton
not as-
is
well,
a
it's 'cause,
soft
well,
product of a plant that
as you
people
couldn't
use
tell,
for
like,
clothing,
well,
sheets,
the
and
lace kind of covers it already, but I'm
And on what animal does it grow?
tolerance pretty much.
it's part of a plant.
That's good at least.
Yeah.
Tell yourself you don't have to do that too much.
You can make this from a plant?
Well, I mean, that's what everyone kind of hopes for, which is why
Think a lot
Most
of
clothes
people
are
have
made
this.
of
as the most
fibers from
useless
plants.
healer of the guild.
No one's at
Or
bad,
pelts.
Actually. 'Cause
I actually
isn't
got a
it
very
instinct
nice
to take
pelt
the
from my
injury?
family that got made into this coat.
Sort of.
That's quicker than most healers. And you can.
Everything I am wearing is from an animal.
Yeah, but everyone has a lot of empathy, so.
It took a while to make,
You know,
so
say do what you
I usually take it off to ship.
on your belt. Do you want to go help on
Yes, I got that from the metal animal. No.
Just don't go dying from it.
Oh. That was a big gust of fire.
Promise that.
Oh, there's Apollo.
What's
Running around. I think he lost his shirt.
He lost his
Okay, I've lazed around a little
That
bit.
man
Ah.
is an enigma to me.
I'm gonna walk around a little bit.
What happened to your spar?
Apollo's a being.
Toe is having
He is.
problems with his face, so we're gonna take like 10 minutes.
Oh, that is a shame to hear. I hope he gets his face figured out.
There's no fixing that one.
Not like you would usually think about a face with it being like a fourth dimensional issue. No, like a like somehow.
What is a
his actual
dimension?
face was. Don't worry about it. I don't know. I'm speaking in tongues right now.
Oh.
So there's things you can do with cotton, and then when you have things like linen or wool, like this scarf, you can make it into thread or yarn, and then you can also knit, which is kind of like weaving.
I see.
Hello, Tylen.
It has an interesting feel.
Keeps me warm.
Ah, the scarf.
Mhm.
Nice.
There have been very few
Probably do
times
for one.
that I've actually felt cold.
You can grow fur whenever you want.
Yes.
Some of us are only born with so much and have to muddle through.
Passing by really quickly. I think, like, because of the fact that Crystal Ninth is right around the corner.
Yeah, gets dark earlier this time of year and all that fun stuff, you know.
The hunt starts earlier and does not last as long.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to look at it.
Has anybody talked to you about Crystal Nights yet?
No, I don't know what you're referring to.
It's a special time of year for certain groups.
Yeah, that tracks.
They call them holidays. That's why there's a lot of blue and silver decorations around the guild. Like, that's why there's a tree inside and a wreath inside.
I saw them, but I just kind of immediately just thought, 5-star guild, and then moved on.
It's actually, this one isn't. It's a local celebration.
So what
And
is
in about a
the
week, the entire guild.
what is
the
the
entire guild's gonna go on a
significance
trip.
of the tree inside? There are plenty outside. Why take them inside?
It's part of a bunch of legends and customs. You take a tree in, you decorate it, you place gifts that you exchange with people dear to you.
Oh.
Hello, hello.
Greetings.
I won't say it's very logical, but it's something that builds up over generation and generation and generation. So they do it because the people before them did it, and the people before them did it. Even if they might have forgotten the exact reason why.
Like worship.
Kind of like that.
Do you worship these holidays?
On the subject of all subjects.
I don't. There are a lot of midwinter holidays that are tied up with gods and religions.
Is that outfit also part of this Crystal Night?
The design is. Kind of. Usually it's solid colors and then fur ruffles.
That's a pretty nice cape you got there, Rory.
Yeah, it's a nice pelt that my family sent. I'd call it more of like a shawl.
I'm comfy.
Yeah. There's a large creature kind of like a deer in Zahul. They found an albino one.
Oh, those are rare.
Yeah, they sent it as a gift for Crystal Knights.
Speaking of being warm.
Does that mean I should have had a gift for everyone?
Crystal Knights. I didn't want to say it, but there it is.
You can if you want to. It is not something required. Crystal Knights goes for a few weeks, so.
I thought I only had tonight to hunt all those animals.
Are you enjoying interacting with the other gods?
No.
Do you like sweets?
Yield.
Did you ask me a question?
He likes hot chocolate.
Very strange.
I was
There's
asking
hot
if you were
chocolate?
enjoying interacting with the other god.
Meepo is not a god.
It is the softest thing I've ever touched, though.
Lucky was very insistent on it was something.
I see. It even has a small
It's not a
hat.
god.
Pig. Lucky is a pig. I'm joking.
It can manifest whatever the heck you want.
Actually, no, I'm pretty sure she put it on. She said
He's
that.
from Opal.
Did you beat him?
He's raised in Opal. Give him some slack.
If you say
He's
so.
getting better from what I heard. At least last I checked.
No, apparently.
But yes, hot cocoa,
And
good.
Narrative I'm creating.
Yeah, in about a week, the entire guild will be going on a trip to a place called Quarry, where Alaska has a home, and there's going to be a big party.
Special name and spread it around followers.
I wouldn't fuck with it.
I see.
Leon's also its patron, supposedly.
Interesting.
Everybody's getting a little dressed up for the occasion.
Are these two outfits part of that?
No, they're not going to be at the ball, but it could be. They're very seasonal.
Comes through.
Why is he not wearing a shirt now?
Because he's crazy.
I believe it's most likely.
You should have seen it.
Most likely, it's probably because he is on fire.
You made your decision, suffer.
No, his shirt is fireproof, but he got it wet and then he went in the fire pit.
No, I more meant it probably shrunk.
I told Mao about the dance and everything. I mentioned we were coming to visit for the
That was a
holidays,
gigantic
and,
rock.
Mao insisted on helping us find things to wear. So
Yes.
that's why we're so festive. He insisted.
You're gonna smell like brimstone the entire rest of the time you wear those clothes. You know that, Apollo. You'll never get that scent out.
You could ask Leon. I'm sure he will get it out.
Where's Miko?
I feel like you need to.
You know,
He'll be
Mary
back.
has good
Maybe
taste
to get
in food.
changed?
if you can deal with Mary slut shaming you more, she might be able to help you. You know.
What is that word?
Get warmer clothing.
I already promised to help him shop.
Ah, okay.
Please.
What
please,
is
someone
slut
needs to help
shaming?
him.
It
You
is.
make fun of someone for not putting on their clothes.
I see.
Well, that's one aspect. Or also acting loose with their affections is one possibility.
That's a very nice way of putting it.
That is a nice
It's a
way
very-
of putting it, huh?
That is a very nice
That's a
way of
very
putting it.
family-friendly way of putting it.
Sort of going for multiple mates.
Yes.
That's an option.
Yes. That is on the list, yes.
Most of the time that ends poorly.
What are we talking about?
Multiple.
So it can be applied to both behavior and manner of dress. We were teasing him non-seriously about his way of dress a few weeks ago.
He doesn't have enough buttons. He needs to button up his
Wait,
shirt.
you got teased?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
he got
called me a
teased so much
slut.
he jumped in the
Yeah,
in
he
the water.
he jumped
You
in the
sound
ocean.
heartbroken about it.
That's why I said it to you, yeah. But I was just like teasing you.
Is that
Yeah,
okay?
it's-
Yeah, I remember.
It's dependent on the V of your
I was
shirt.
really tired.
Why are you sitting so far away? I can't look.
He is on fire.
Sit in the middle. So?
He is in fact on
On
fire.
fire.
Oh no, his fire decay stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Stay over there. Stay far away.
Yeah.
This is it's why he's sitting.
I don't want to get covered in ash again, but
Drew, Apollo, since I
want to
have
be
you,
warm.
did we want to try and sell that compass or keep it? I keep forgetting.
That's a good
I'm
fucking
kind of,
question.
that
I'm
points you
kind of
somewhere
leaning
safe?
towards keeping it at this point.
If you need to sell it, you can sell it to Leon, and then you can have access
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
I might
that's sort
need
of.
it at some point.
This is incredibly soft.
All right, so we'll just
Thinking
hold
about
on
doing
to it.
I'm glad you like it.
It's very, very soft. Very comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a man
I
of the
probably
sea,
won't need it.
He makes a
but-
really good pillow.
Yeah,
a
you can have
compass
it,
that can
Apollo.
lead you to a safe point. Imagine being out there on the
I'm
sea, for
interested in
example. You're in the
seeing
middle
how
of a
it works
storm,
somewhere.
and you pull out that handy-dandy compass, and it just directs you to where you need to go to possibly escape the storm. That sounds handy.
It does.
I think it's
Or
It
just
is
simply
safe,
do
you
not
not
get
take
on
the
the ship.
That's a very good
Some of
idea.
us like getting on the ship.
Well, there
I'd
are
prefer not leaving
prevention
ground.
measures, and there are measures you have to take when you're already in a situation that you can't get out of easily.
Do you mind if I take this?
You can take it.
How does a
I'm going to add it to my circle of pelts over there.
Are you staying with your dad?
You know, have I ever
boats,
told you that
they're
when I
pretty
bring
simple.
people to the in-between, I can leave them there?
Oh.
Yeah, he's done that to me like 3 different times.
How does a boat work, Mark?
You gotta scream into the void.
I did
You know,
deal
it's
with
pretty
the void.
simple.
Poor
Wow.
thing.
But
Here,
the
here, come here. Show
boat's
him.
working is pretty simple.
Come here.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Tag
you
me
know.
in. Nice.
It's wide and it refuses to
Put me
fall.
in. Put me in.
So
Put you in? No, I'm not taking you to the in-between. No,
wood floats on water, right?
I haven't been in so long.
A boat is mostly just made out of wood.
Later.
I love how it's like a little trudge
Says the
around.
boat
Now.
floats.
An
That
unstable
tracks.
geological area is a tourist destination.
And then the wind blows on the sails.
Not a
to
tourist
make the boat
destination,
move in the
it's fine.
direction of the wind.
Boats. What a mystery.
No, they just explained it. It's wood, so it doesn't sink.
Type of tree, yes.
Alright, so far so
Yeah.
good. But why?
And Zahul, I've seen
How does the
entire
metal not make
trees
sense?
washed up on beachfronts before.
Because it's held up by the wood. Were you paying attention?
I,
No,
I
there's a lot of
haven't.
stone
I
in
haven't
there,
been paying
too.
attention at all,
He's but a
unfortunately.
wee
I'm very...
innocent boy leaving be.
There is a much smaller amount of metal than wood on a ship. I was on one once. It was a horrible experience.
I see.
What was that noise?
You don't like taking the ferry, do you? Oh, she popped away.
Nope.
Emphasis on pop. Wow.
No. I don't.
She recently learned how to do that.
I like putting it
No.
without the
The ferry is awful, and I would rather not leave the ground.
We were so cheeky about learning it the first time you did it.
Hircine, you sound like a quality grade A landlubber.
Thank you.
I like land. Yeah, I bet.
Land is nice.
Kinda nice. Water's really nice too, though.
Trees are not in the water. That is all I need to know.
Yet to really
That's what Boris said. To each their own.
enjoy.
Trees that are uprooted, like driftwood, sometimes wash up on the beach.
Look at ship time.
I've seen entire rafts just made of a bunch of trees strapped together, personally.
I mean, you see a lot of simple rafts in the jungles on the rivers.
Yeah.
They can't be too big because they can't go too deep, but
Yeah. Some of the boys and I would grab one and push out to sea for a little bit, grab a few rods, try and fish, and try to come back before dark.
There are fish out there? In the big one?
yeah.
That's the life, Tylen. That's the life.
It goes extremely deep in some spaces.
Yeah.
Oh.
You were a sailor?
Considering I do not float, I'm good, thanks.
I could load it.
Not in this form, no.
We could both just do that.
You could just
right
kill
here,
him.
right now. Right here, right now. I'll get on the other side. I'll shove him this side. Just sit in the middle.
Are we killing you?
Get the oven before we know.
It's so much fun
Yeah.
to be It's so much
If we
fun.
get him before he snaps, then we're on.
They can kill him,
Tiger, do
right?
you really
Because
want
they
to
are
deal
outside.
with that note beating you back to Zhao. Killed a member of Lunacore. Signed Leon.
Maybe not.
You seem to be good at this persuasion thing.
I know how a lot of people think.
I don't want to go back to visit, and the first thing I have to deal with is rabbit ping pong.
What?
Please don't.
Rabbit ping pong?
No.
Rabbit is the name of her guild leader.
Rabbit ping pong.
What is ping pong?
He is.
He kicks you so hard that you fly.
Think of
and
knocking a
zooms
ball
to
back
the
and forth.
other side. Yeah, you turn into a ball. And he just kicks
Not
you
literally.
and zooms back and forth.
He's very fast and
Uh,
very strong.
Why do you not dodge?
Yeah, Torian.
Too fast.
Because he moves faster than I
Be faster.
Laughed about
That would be the optimum solution. However,
I'm not that fast.
it's not always attainable.
I'm little.
Not always, not always.
I'm still training. I might be faster, but I'm not that fast.
And that... Apparently you are feeling backwards. Perhaps soon you'll be feeling
I'm
forwards.
feeling, what I was going to say was a drink,
Why
so...
are there two L's in the word ball?
What?
Torgan asked the question. Why there's two L's in the word ball?
There are two L's in the word ball?
Linguistics.
Yeah.
How to take two L's to get the ball tag?
What does
there we
linguini
go.
have to do with
No,
it?
no, there.
Linguistics. How a language is built.
Isn't that a food?
You can always still call it a ball with just
That's a
one.
linguini is a pasta. Linguistics involves language.
Because BAL with one name is someone's name.
It's a name now?
That's not as fun as Usagi's. I like Usagi.
Thank you for kindly not decaying us all with fire or
Thank you.
whatever it works.
I tried being funny. I hope it came across as such.
It was.
You did
It
good.
was very good.
We're all very
It
proud.
was clever.
Thank you. Thank you.
Future comedian.
Can you, you mentioned that the design of these outfits was something relating to, Crystal Knights. Why, that design?
I doubt it.
Well, there is
I'll probably catch it.
among the dwarves who live in mountains towards Khalidi and Zahul. The leader of them is also known as Santa, and he is largely associated with Crystal
Not
Knights.
today, because I'm heading to the forge to take a nap.
Why do you nap in the forge?
Why do you interrupt? Why do you interrupt my nap?
It's warm.
And he dresses similarly.
True.
Is it a communal
I see.
napping area? Like, are there more
Is the
moms that
mimic
nap
in
there?
there? Are Marks and I blind, or is the mimic gone?
Wait, there's a mimic in there?
So they are dressing like somebody who is associated
we're
with the
Marks not
holiday,
just blind.
which is
Okay,
why it's
thanks.
festive.
Thanks, Sindel.
Is this worship of this Santa?
Wait, we have a mimic? What?
Uh,
What did I know about
it's in his honor, but not in worship.
Going to the forge.
Don't stare at me like that. I'm serious.
Like cause he's a king.
It's like a reverse bear. It
Mhm.
hibernates into summer. And
Also nice to see
So
you again.
appreciation, not revere, if that makes
3
sense.
months again.
That is quite funny.
It's always nice seeing you.
I see.
That's such
Tentacle monster type things.
You were sitting here
It can
talking
be.
with him for
What is a mimic?
I'm going, that's why.
A mimic is a living monster that imitates non-living items. So maybe a chest, but it opens up and it has eyes and a mouth, and it's actually an animal that tries to eat you.
I mean,
I would simply punch it.
but I literally can't because
That's one way to deal with it.
It's a good way to go.
It might try to bite you, but
saying it.
It probably will
It's
not
kind of
make
like
it
how
past
some
my skin.
animals camouflage themselves to get prey.
Ah, the sneaky ones.
Seeing you, Torgan.
Mm-hmm.
I want to spar you too.
Well, if it is an animal, it most likely produces a smell.
Hope you take care, Tyler.
If it has a scent, I can probably find it.
Well, nice meeting you, by the way. and meeting
Could
Tiger.
be.
Thank you.
I'm not super familiar with mimics myself.
It was nice to meet you, Drew.
I hope you. I don't know if you're sticking around, or I don't know how long Tiger is, but if you guys stay then longer than a day, I hope you enjoy your time here.
Thank you.
Okay, my tail isn't at the fire.
causing
You
some
heat up
chaos.
somehow.
I'm trying.
Try harder.
Do you want my fur?
No, he's beautiful.
The verge of tears.
he always
Well,
sounds that way.
Lorraine hit me with the resist elements earlier today.
If you would like, I can also lend you my body heat.
Yes,
It's okay.
curl up with Apollo. I'm sure. he'll
Thank you
love
for the coat time, by the way, Bori.
I'm managing.
Actually, if I
Take care.
shift, there
You
should be
seem
room for
very
several of
enamored
you.
with how soft it is.
It's really soft. What was that?
It can't.
I said I was talking to Tylen through you.
Oh, yeah.
It
Okay,
really.
I'll get out of your way
It
then.
can't be.
You
Oh
guys
my
have a
god.
nice afternoon.
Goodbye.
It's like I can't tell if Meepo is better than that
If
or
you did
what.
shift, yeah.
Jeez.
There would be plenty of room. I'll have to buy. Well, I'll go digging through my wardrobe, see what I wound up bringing from Ava, before I go spend more money on the clothing. Who knew that that was a big source of money spending? Not me.
It can be.
That's why
What
we only
is?
have 3 outfits.
It depends on how hard you use your clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then you go shopping.
I go pretty hard on them, but I've had these pants for a while, and boy are they comfy. Good old boots. Always spend good money on boots. Never skimp on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Are they that important?
I had a
Why
theory
not just
on
go barefoot?
They are. I've heard a theory of poverty based
Oh.
around boots, actually.
I prefer barefoot. It feels weird to not have a connection to
mean,
the
if-
ground.
If you prefer it, then by all means.
For people who don't have your heat resistance, body heat leaves most quickly through extremities. So hands, fingers, feet, and toes. Or the head.
Yeah, you will find that he is very much a furnace.
I need to do a lap.
It seems they are doing their spar over there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I need to speak to
Mm,
Tiger?
their spar. Yeah, I'm sure she's probably over there with that group. So.
Thank you for the company.
Enjoy yourself.
It was lovely seeing you again.
You as well, boy.
Oh, you like soft things.
Yes. Ooh.
So try this one. It is radically softer than Meepo.
What was the name of this creature?
I will look it up and get back to you. It's common in Zahul. It's about... Well, it's smaller than a moose, bigger than a deer. They're usually kind of greenish brown.
Interesting. What does this sound like? Good enough. Good enough. Think I'm going to go to the hot springs. I'm still covered from the results of the hunt. I'm going away from that.
That does sound nice and toasty.
If you all like, you are free to join me. This entire time, I thought you entered on the left.
They're sliding doors, so you can do either way.
It's weird to have warm water like this.
It's nice, though.
It is. You're gonna hear the second he steps in, it sounds like some of like the heaviest fucking rocks you've ever heard. Just fucking. There's no like.
Also, for reference,
Yeah.
think of that pelt as a high quality pelt from Monster Hunter.
I've never played Monster Hunter.
I haven't either, but I looked for an equivalent. Oh, here, let me just...
I'm going to see if I can try and wash some of it out of my fur.
We have wash areas over here if you want, but oh, or that could happen.
I believe this works.
Oh, okay. They have a spout there.
Is that the meepo in the bucket?
Mm-hmm. So he can float.
Oh.
Is your arm all right? Got a slash right here.
Ah. For reference, the symbol ones you see aren't there, but the slashes you do see. The tattoo also, no. I haven't done the texture work yet.
Gotcha.
The skin you usually see is... It does not seem to actually carry over the injuries to me.
I was pretty sure given the transformation sequence. I guess Tylen thought, I don't know, maybe he preferred not to sleep. Nope. You comfy?
I am. Very. You'd be surprised how good it feels to feel water just flowing back and forth in your fur.
Well, it's nice in your hair, so it would follow.
And typically I do not get sources of warmth like this. So this... It feels nice on the muscles. Very nice on the muscles. What do you do, Bori? You mentioned before you did something for the guild. We may have talked about it.
I'm a healer and a therapist. And a therapist is somebody who you talk to about things that might be bothering you, or things you'd like to change about yourself, or things you're confused about, or somebody you just want to talk to.
Does that make you my therapist? You keep answering a lot of my questions.
I'm everybody's therapist if they want me to be.
I see. And what are typically people most confused about?
It could be things they're feeling, or how to react to things that were unpleasant that happened to them. Like if they were betrayed, or if they had an impulse that they weren't sure was safe or right to follow.
When I was younger, there were a couple of the other predators of the forest. I'm pretty sure they saw my growth, and they wanted to kill me before I could take over. They were unsuccessful, but I had not been expecting it. I had thought, not exactly allies. But I thought we understood each other. I didn't go after them. I think a couple of them gave me a couple of these.
You thought there was a mutual respect, and then it was disrespected.
Yes. I'm not saying this because I'm bothered by it, or anything. You said betrayal and it reminded me of this.
Everybody's a little bit different in how they react to things. For instance, you heal up from a lot of things that would kill a majority of other people. But, there are things that can hurt you that don't hurt other people the same way. It's a bit like that, but...
There was this one traveler.
Hmm?
There was this one traveler. He was different than the rest. I came nowhere near him. I could tell when he was in my forest because of this awful smell. It just saturated him. Eventually narrowed it down to this odd plant he kept around his neck. I've never seen anything like it, but I won't forget that smell. Just being around him made my eyes tear up. It was awful. Never found out what it was.
If you can recognize it by sight, then, well, Leon has a lot of books we could flip through.
With plants, that's hard to tell. Especially considering I never got a full image.
Leaves.
Yes. It's been years. I doubt I'll actually correctly identify it. However, I'd like to meet that man again. For having a plant so awful it can shoo a god away.
It could be a plant that shoos wolves away. Or anything with a very
That's possible.
sharp sense of smell.
I had not considered that.
Most things that have such a refined sense of smell are predators, so it could just be a general warding plant against them.
Well, I think it worked. I didn't stick around to figure out when he left or not. I knew he was gone by the stench leaving.
If you ever come across it again, and one of your guildmates is with you, have them detail it, and then we have people like Richter or Gamora who could probably identify it.
I'd appreciate that. It's odd having, ways around roadblocks, I guess.
It's the benefit of having people to rely on. There's obvious merit in personal strength, but nobody can be everything. So, it's to have experts
I'll prove you wrong.
that you can lean on.
I'll become everything, the everything god. Or something.
I thought you wanted to be the greatest god of the hunt.
We
talked about it.
Lord of Beasts. The Beast God, God of the Hunt.
Oof. Thule better watch himself then.
Oh, he better. I'm coming for him. Don't strike me down yet. I'm unsure, with some of these gods, how good their hearing is.
I've prayed to Vash there once or twice. Don't know if she heard me or not, but... Well, a child ought to send back to their mother at least once in a while, I suppose.
I would not know. My family has been the trees. And the others there. My first memories were a hunt. And generally, there was nothing that I could not eventually kill.
My first memories, well, I grew up in the base of a mercenary camp in Zahul. And so my family is the members of that band and all of their children and their parents and so on. So I grew up surrounded by other beastkin of every kind.
I see. Did you see any quite like me?
Beastkin don't usually shift, but there are Tusane who are primarily bestial in appearance. I'm Vashlan, which means I'm a bit more like a human in appearance. There's Thulan, who are a bit more bestial than my sort, but not quite Tusane. I have Tusane heritage, though. Lions.
I'd like to go to Zahul at some point.
It's a very interesting place. More jungle and swamp than a normal forest.
I'll take the jungle.
Humid. Humid, wet. Hi, Lucky. Hi, buddy.
You seem to be an interesting boar.
He's an ooh pig. He can
what?
do that, and also if he takes metal into his mouth, he can transmute himself into the metal. Hi, sweetie.
Is there an explanation for why ooh pig?
He belongs to a guild member.
I more meant that thing he did with his snout.
It's a part of the breed.
Oh.
They're also, I think he's magically adept, so. Last year he had a pact with Leon, which was very interesting.
Well, I'm glad you told me this one's a companion. I'll make sure not to hunt it.
Thank you.
You hitting me?
No, he was nodding.
Oh, okay.
If he was hitting you, it would be accompanied by an ooh.
A war cry. A dignified, noble creature.
He was also raised by opal racists, so occasionally he shouts slurs.
What is a slur?
He's getting better. A slur is an insult. Or a word that's meant insultingly or derogatorily.
I'm not familiar with
It
these.
usually takes some sort of... It usually takes a physical or a cultural aspect of somebody and tries to turn it into an insult. So, for tieflings, they might be called devils, which is not something you say unless you want to start a fight. For people with pointed ears, like elves, tieflings, Sumnal, knife ear gets tossed around. For Null, some people call them dragons, which is incredibly insulting in some cultures. Those are all slurs.
Interesting, but why?
Some people find differences as a point of being lesser. So they treat people unkindly because they perceive them as less worthy than themselves because of some trait that they can't control. It's not often based in logic or even something that can be rationalized. For example, maybe somebody who was incredibly unkind and short-sighted would call you an idiot because you don't know things that other people would naturally know because they grew up in a city instead of in your forest. It wouldn't make sense to do so, but that person wants to feel superior or wants to insult you.
Feel superior to a god.
There are all sorts. Like I said, it's not always logical.
Oh, well, they can try it. I think they'll find I have
Often do.
what is the thick skin.
Yeah. Yeah. Occasionally people spread these thoughts enough that they end up suppressing or cruelly treating entire groups of people. There's a country called Opal where they openly abused, enslaved, and hunted Null for sport.
For sport.
For sport. They treated them less as people and more as mindless animals to essentially toy with, as they would.
Well, I think you'll find with me, I don't see much of a difference between the creatures of the forest and whatever I meet.
Mm.
There isn't that much of a difference. However,
It circles back to thinking they're lesser to make themselves feel more.
there is predator and there is prey. Each has their own duty to the cycle. There are multiple layers of it as well. However, hunting things for sport, things lesser than you, not for food or out of necessity, it's a spit in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. But luckily, Opal is changing. It took
Good.
war and a new body on the throne that's half Null, but it's getting there.
Otherwise, I was going to teach them why you shouldn't hunt for sport.
Oh, wait, is that?
Hello?
That's Hircine. I'm explaining racism and slurs to him. We just got done with the Opal talk.
I'm so
I'm-
proud of you, boy.
I'm not fond of this opal. If they hunt for sport.
Not either.
There nobody really was, but
So you dealt
I
with
didn't know
it.
you were.
Yes.
Is there?
In as much as it was our place to, in the cycle. There was
it's a
somebody
weird.
to be put down.
That starts to get odd. That doesn't fit predator or prey. You came in as another group. One with an outside view that needed to see the cycle repeated, fixed.
True, but also a member of our group ended up becoming the problem after betraying Lunacore. And it took years for that betrayal to be understood, and the depths of what he was doing to come to light.
to this conversation then.
Actually, I was planning to get up soon. We can continue talking if you'd like. I'm interested to hear of this, traitor.
He was something known as a season, which was it's a set of beings that only exists in Opal, where a power slightly below that of gods was inherited every time the bearer died, and there were 4 seasons. The individual in Lunacore, who betrayed Lunacore and did awful, awful things in Opal, was Ivan, who was Winter.
Winter.
Yeah.
Did you say the power was passed down?
Yes, they originally, the first seasons were imbued with the power thanks to a witch in order to protect Opal from the nations around them. It was a
Powerful witch.
From what I know, it became a taboo. Something that could not be repeated. We had to, measures had to be taken. The cycle, I believe, was halted through intense arcane means. So
And where
when
did they go?
There wasn't somebody with his mindset. Presumably it went back to the person who dispensed it, at least for a little bit.
When you say his mindset, do you mean that along with the power passed down from, I guess, prey to predator, or successor, child, inherited
Usually,
the stale mindset?
As I understand it, generally, the power was passed on to the next person native to Opal, who most closely followed that person's creed and mindset at the time of their death. So you can see how that became a problem as generations passed.
So interesting. Are they forced to keep this mindset?
I don't know. They start with it, but I don't know if they keep it or grow from it. You'd have to ask one of the other 3 that are still alive.
Interesting. I'd like to test myself against them at some point.
I think they're a little busy rebuilding their nation, but you can always ask Leon to pass on the message.
I'm in no hurry. A god has nothing but time.
I would recommend you don't go against Summer, because she's the one fire-aligned.
I'll save that one for last.
Yes, she can summon a massive ball of fire, roughly the size of the tree in the courtyard.
One moment. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait a bit. That's, quite large.
Very large, yes.
What about the other ones?
Spring, I believe, is wind aligned. I think. He's wind or earth aligned. And fall is either wind or earth aligned. Autumn.
Well, I can deal with rocks and I can deal with wind. They don't sound like much of an issue unless they... Can the wind summon a tornado and just fling me away?
They have a lot of power. A lot of power. There was, every so often, Leon does something called mental trainings, where our minds are all essentially linked up into a magical fake realm, and we exist in that fake realm with our skill sets and strength as they are when we're healthy and able. And, well, Spring killed almost all of us in one of those trainings. But our guild was able to kill Winter without us dying, so it can vary.
I currently have no ideas how I would handle that. Most of
I don't really understand until it happens.
Most of my plans up until now have been sort of kill it till it dies.
Yeah.
And then usually its power becomes mine. And repeat it on the next one. However, I don't even know how I would prepare against these seasons. Unless...
Yeah, it's...
I can't catch on fire if I'm wet. Problem would be keeping that wetness.
Yeah. Not all of them have fire.
Against the wind one, I'd have to see how he uses it. If I'm potentially faster than his abilities, it won't be an issue. However, considering you said fireball the size of the tree, I imagine he's on a similar scale. So he's most likely fast.
Yes.
As for the rock one, that one seems the most straightforward. Just don't get hit.
I don't know if it's rock, but possibly. It could be plant-based, I'm not sure.
Plants. Well, if by plant-based you mean they can have control over plants, they only need to know about that one plant, and it's a you guys problem. I will not be able to get close. Well, I would not be very useful up close.
Unless we got you a gas mask.
A what?
There were masks that were made. There were masks that were made for people when we had to fight a poison bestial. It filtered out the poison and allowed them to breathe.
Could they make one for my face shape?
We'd have to check, but a muzzle wouldn't be too hard. But it would impact your ability to bite.
I can see the light you're producing out there, Apollo.
You okay?
It's quite warm in here.
Next time, just let me spend the mana. Please.
I'm gonna just...
Is Hircine gonna have to carry you back?
If he catches me on fire, we are both going down. Are you breathing over there?
Holding my breath.
At least borrow my pelt if you're gonna walk back this time, okay?
I was most likely at some point going to go sleep outside. In the little blanket fort of pelts I've made.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to also take that meepo if possible.
You can take the meepo.
I'm glad, thank you. This one, I don't know if he can hear us since he's under the water. Seems very dramatic.
He makes interesting choices.
I am slightly confused. You are a fire null, yes? Would that not also mean that you run hot?
Yeah, I've been out in the snow all day. Kind underestimated it. And I've been using my fire pretty constantly.
Oh. Currently, the biggest issue is that when I went earlier today out on a hunt, my footing quickly got damp underneath me from how fast my body heat melted it. I then slipped and fell.
Yeah, poor Toe woke up. Poor Toe woke up covered in snow that was melting on him, and water is very bad for him. It hurts him.
Ah. Did he sleep outside?
Earthline. He does. He does. He didn't expect it to snow last night.
Ah. Yeah. I woke up with most of the snow sticking to my pelt. My height. It does not bother me.
Yeah, I buried myself under a quilt, pillows, and several meepos last night. Not fond of the cold.
Ah. Well, if we are both outside, I am not opposed to lending my body heat to you, all of you.
Thank you. It's a very generous offer.
I do not mind.
I lent Drew some of mine. He was very enamored with how soft the pelt was.
Is this the same concept as the boat talk they were talking earlier?
Mm-hmm. The bucket's made of wood, so it floats. So long as it's not filled with water.
And the meepo would float as well, but then it would quickly become drenched.
Yeah, and then it would sink down. Right now it's light and fluffy, though.
That makes sense.
You get the blood out?
Generally.
There's a good soap I know my family makes, but I'm not sure if it's too harsh for your nose for getting blood out of fur.
A soap?
I can ask them to send some. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's what you lather up to get dirt out of your skin or your hair or your clothes. There are different soaps for fabric and leather and for skin and for hair.
Typically, I just used a, what is it? A rough piece of bark. And just get it off.
That's an option. But with a nice soap, you keep your fur soft.
I don't know how to describe my fur already. I don't think it is very soft. It's incredibly coarse.
It's kind of bristly. But here, feel the fur on my ears. It's effectively like lamb ear soft.
He's being very careful right now with that claw.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to have a thing for soft things. You wear them, you have them, and you make them.
Soft is nice when you have the time for it.
It is. Never really had a soft thing. Before now.
Well, you have at least two. Meepo 1 and Meepo 2.
Yes. The other one should be in my pouch in my pants over there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you dead over there,
Are you still
Apollo?
breathing?
I'm good.
Okay, just checking.
Well, if you're going to sleep here, try not to drown.
Very warm, and I'm gonna take it in while I can.
Okay.
At this point, I don't know how warm it is inside, but you might be better off trying to curl up and sleep in the fire.
Maybe.
There was a fire in the kitchen. That might be even warmer.
Are you just gonna run? Like full sprint from here to the... Oh.
Speaking
Apollo.
of, I am hungry
It's gonna be cold
again.
and windy. Yeah?
I'm going to go see if I can get some food.
You gonna be okay?
We'll come back to see that you are not dead.
Oh.
ask them, why are you doing this? And if it's just because they don't have money or a place to live, they offer them a job.
Hello.
You're as big as Ox was in her form. Hello.
Who is Onks?
Oh. She was my sister. She passed away during the.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Just like you too. It's okay.
May she hunt forever.
It happened. I'm sure she is. Oh, your eyes are. Oh. I'm sorry. It's been a bit since I've seen someone that big. Huh?
It is perfectly fine. I'm currently going in for a bite to eat if you would like to. Yes.
Oh, I've never seen you this way.
I wanted to feel the water through my fur. And now I am hungry.
Thanks to Lorraine, that does not strike me as much as it usually would.
Will I fit through this? Hopefully. I don't want to shift back.
About the whole reading thing. Meat tried to for a while. It's just really
But you have food.
Whatever. Yeah, we got food. What do you want?
Meat. I'm hungry.
Okay, meat. He wants you to make him food.
That's not what I meant. Hello, meat.
Right. Meat. Yep.
You're a new person. I didn't think I would have noticed someone like you.
Hello. I am Hircine.
The new
Wouldn't
member.
it be easier traversing doorways in your other form?
Yes.
Or does it not bother you to have to
No.
duck under every time? Fair enough.
I was already in it, and it seemed too much trouble to change. I am Hircine, god of the hunt. It's good to meet you.
God of the Hunt. Well, it's an honor. I mean, Azuma, Shrine Maiden, and she.
Ah, that's the where toe is from.
Yes, it is.
What is a shrine maiden?
Shrine Maidens very specifically. We handle a lot of different things, but I suppose a more short term would be the fact that we're close to that of messengers for the gods.
Sarah?
Messengers.
Yes, indeed.
Pull back.
Hey, have a good evening.
Why are you using a pull? Wait, what? Huh? What?
Hello.
You want to go home?
Hold on a minute. There's a werewolf in the.
He's very cute, isn't he?
Currently, I am at the counter. I want food.
I'm not surprised.
What is it you people always say? A 5-star guild.
Here's 2 big old things of mutton. Here you go, buddy. Here you are. There you are.
Oh, so it's been a while, Gamora.
It has been.
Good. Need more.
I've been well. Still swamped with work, unfortunately.
Could I have some water?
I can, sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
I can hear the ecstatic.
God, you're
Anyway, I'm glad things have been going well with Seraph.
Thank you. He seemed, nervous.
It's because you're very tall.
Meat is always nervous, honestly.
I figured you would all have been used for this by now.
I haven't seen this before, actually.
We haven't seen
Neither have I.
a lichen before. Are you a lichen, or is it a...
God of the hunt.
God of the hunt.
He's the god of the hunt.
People have been calling me a shifter. Lichen, werewolf, the name means the same to me.
Okay, I'm gonna actually ask Sindel. I'm gonna see what Sindel has to say about that one. I'm actually kind of curious.
Huh. It's a big old cup of water. There you go.
Thank you.
Good old hydration.
I'm fond of your magical water.
I get that. I get that.
He knows.
I'm just.
What is that phrase?
Look at me.
I can smell your fear.
Look at 5-star guild.
5-star guild.
You can smell that.
I mean, to be fair,
I smell all of the.
I don't see anything.
I can smell everything you people produce.
His
fur is very
the size of your head.
What is the word for it? Pheromones.
Oh, I think I hear Tiger calling us.
Wait, you have
Tiger is calling.
No, I
us,
can
and
smell
we
them.
don't- we should see her.
Oh. You can
Don't
smell
do
her?
anything.
Yes.
I mean, if you did, it would be so.
The body releases a smell when they are afraid, and another notable time is when they are wanting to mate.
Wanting to mate. Oh dear.
Yes. Releases a very noticeable smell.
Oh. Huh. That's actually interesting. Well, I guess his pheromones are completely different from my pheromones then.
Yeah.
You smell odd.
I smell what?
Odd. Don't know how to place it. It's not bad. Just odd. Kind of good, actually.
They rest in my mind. God. Well, to sum it up for you, so I can help you.
I thought you meant actual dogs.
Okay.
You weren't kidding about packing a punch.
Thank you for the food.
Told you.
No problem. I gave him food.
Meat did.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah, he does that sometimes.
You looked at me, released a bit of pheromones, and then switched.
What's a pheromone?
Don't worry about it. It's
Close enough.
a scent.
You like wanna fight sometime? You a good old duel, good old spar? We can.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be soon. I mean, okay.
I would love to spar you. I'm fond of seeing all your play fights.
Yeah. I like play fights.
Currently, though, I've already gone my fill for the day.
Oh yeah, I'm like my arm's still fucked up. I don't have half a foot, and like I think my lungs aren't connected right. So we'll do it later.
Yes. Try to put yourself together so I don't rip you apart. I would prefer that. Currently, I'm fond of you. I am large, yes. And you are small.
Well, I am. This is true. Hey, he's got you there. I'm fierce though.
No, it's okay. It's alright to be small.
You're fierce.
Yeah, I am.
You're a grower, not a shower. It's alright.
Oh, Soggy, you're gonna fit in all too well here.
Do you grow?
Huh.
Where?
Unfortunately, no. I don't grow, I do go. That's my thing.
Are you going to lift him into... Oh.
What is happening? Yeah.
It seems physics decided another direction entirely.
Fuck physics,
Ah.
they suck.
We have similar eyes.
We do, I'm noticing, as I stare into yours. This is, interesting.
Yes. I still had to lean down a little bit, but it's good to see that you are a grower.
I'd say bite me, but I like having intact limbs. What? Oh, are we doing the shoulder
picking you
thing?
up
Okay.
more.
I can bite you if you would like.
See, that's why I joked about it. You see, you'll learn jokes as you live here more often, Hircine. I promise.
Sometimes.
Right. Sometimes.
I found that most of your, this guild's humor is built off of, references.
Unfortunately. Anyway, Hircine, we've really not yet talked, a whole lot, so it's good to really meet you, since this is part of you.
Good to meet you as well. Very careful not to cut you with the claws.
Yeah.
They're going around your wrist.
Yeah, that's wow. You're a delicate one, aren't you? Wow. I'm going to pull my hand slowly, like you.
Laura's
Yes.
calling for you really quick. If you want to go to her really quick.
Boring? Oh, he fell asleep in the snow, didn't he?
Yeah, and he's not waking up. He's wrapped up in her fur.
Dear.
Sorry, you're the warmest, strongest person I could think of to help me get him inside.
He's not as warm as the fire, but he's fucking warm.
I don't know what to do. Alright, she's gonna hold the door open for you.
Ah, I missed that tree when I first came in. Where would you like me to take him?
Put him down on this carpet. I'll take my fur back and then I'm just gonna push him into the fire and hope that helps. Alright. She's gonna take this back and she's going to haul you into the fire. And we'll just go as close as we can because colliders. Apollo?
Rolling. Are you touching him? No, you're not. Okay, never mind.
Well,
Or
shaking.
you're shaking him? You're physically contacting him? Okay. He's slowly warming up.
Sounds like a good night.
Have a good night.
You as well.
Get home safe.
Always.
Apollo, sorry in advance.
Rolling?
I'm unsure of the reasoning behind that, but I'll trust that was in his best interest.
Trying to get him conscious again. If
Would
we
it not
can't
be
get
better?
back to that, something is wrong.
Would it not be better to find the one that was speaking of magma earlier?
That would cover him in molten rock, which is a bit different from fire.
Ah. I thought it was mostly heat we were trying to go with here. So far, the heat.
Taking my leave for the night. I will be seeing you all. It was nice seeing you again.
Have a good night.
You as well.
You're awake.
Ah, that hurt.
Well, I'm glad it hurt, because if it didn't, something was going to be very wrong with you.
You were very cold to the touch.
Alright, healing magic is gonna start flowing.
Especially for a being called a fire gnome.
Next time, please just let me spend the mana.
Maybe.
Wrong answer. But you get a pass because I just hit you.
If you would like, I can lend a couple of my pelts.
Is he doing alright?
Better now. He's conscious again.
He's speaking.
That's good.
Also, welcome home, Inazuma.
I'm only here to visit temporarily, but it's been a while. Have you been doing alright?
I've been doing okay.
You're definitely getting your work cut out for you.
Oh, you know me, always coming and going.
Definitely, for sure.
Why were you asleep in the snow?
I don't know, probably tapped out.
And I thought...
It's mainly because his body temperature dropped. Caused him to sort of go in a hibernate sort of stage.
He's been using a lot of fire today to stay warm.
Do you hibernate?
Everything has its limit.
I would
You need some
hope
alcohol.
not.
Alcohol might help warm you up.
Not right now. Maybe in a
Not
bit.
right now.
I'm gonna go ask Ruby if I can make some more hot chocolate.
That would be a good idea. Well, I don't think we met, first and foremost. It's nice meeting you. I'm Inazuma.
You as well, Apollo.
Apollo.
I've met both of you, but I'll introduce myself again. I am Hircine.
Yeah, it's Hircine, god of the hunt, was it?
Ah, I see I've made an impression.
Indeed. It's hard to forget someone who dubs themselves as god of the hunt. So.
For me it is Tuesday.
That is fair.
My question was more if you knew that your body temperature was going to continue dropping. I saw you just sitting out there earlier. Why didn't you come inside?
Well, he doesn't want to be alone.
Before Bori came to you. Saw you just sitting out there.
With Bori, and then I was in here. I was probably passed out.
I probably misinterpreted what I saw then.
Alright, mug of hot chocolate for you.
Oh, thank you.
And then he gets a jug.
Oh, thank you. This is delicious.
Hi, Remy.
Hello.
It's been a
Brushing
long
some
while.
snow off of her.
Hey. I just got back from going to get some bakery stuff.
I can't deal with them sometimes.
It's almost Christmas night, which is a prime season
He's
for
going
dessert.
to kill someone. How could he?
I'll look forward to it.
Against the ghost rat.
I see.
Gonna sit by the fire for a second.
Bori, Yoni has requested to see you. He is in need of care.
Oh dear.
When I was walking by him... hello. Don't know if we've met before.
Hi, my name's Remy. I cook here occasionally, and I do some missions, but I mainly cook.
My name is Hircine, God of the Hunt.
Hello, Hircine, God of the Hunt.
Ah. That is one of the few that has said it back to me genuinely. This hot chocolate is delicious.
Hot chocolate is usually very good. I heard the ice null here has a really good recipe for it.
Ice null.
There's been a lot of people making it. It seems.
Alright. I don't want to sit there. I think I would just sit next to you by the fire.
I would recommend probably getting a blanket if you're going to leave the fire, Apollo.
I'm probably gonna spend most of the night in my armor. Once I'm up and about again.
Do you need a sweater?
I've been out in the snow all day using my fire, so I'm just kinda low energy.
Alright. Sounds like you should get a sweater though so you don't use as much energy.
Probably. I'm going shopping some point this week, so I might pick one up.
Delicious. I'm most likely going to head to bed.
Good night.
Good night to you all.
Take it easy.
Have a good one.
starting to get late without shopping all day.
Cooler than it usually is, and he wouldn't wake up when I shook him, so I had Hircine help me get him inside, shoved him into the fire, and hit him awake.
He is currently speaking, and he seems like he's going to be fine. He said something about grabbing an armor at some point.
Thank you very much, Hircine. I didn't expect to cash in on the offer of warmth quite so soon, but...
Hey, I like this guild. Feels only right I can offer you my body heat considering I produce so much.
He's a sweetheart.
Wrap it around yourself when the wind
Missed
comes at
it.
you. And,
This is
I missed
I
it.
almost, I almost choked him out with his own scarf. It's a
Did
puppy.
you succeed?
It's a puppy. Hi, doggy. I got him. He's on
hello.
the ground. He's on his knees. I got him on his knees.
Congratulations.
Yield's real easy to get on his knees, though.
I buried him.
Huh?
In the snow?
And then I finished.
In the snow.
Good.
And some dirt.
Hi.
Yeah.
Remy, right? I remember meeting
A good takedown is necessary if you're going to become an apex predator.
I was right next to his face.
I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it.
It means you're the strongest.
I want to be the strongest.
You buried him, but I finished the job.
Give in to your impulsive.
Buried?
Well, I take the knife wielding.
Or married, because I'm
Yielded
hearing
in
it.
the snow.
Okay, married? Who's getting married? Yield, are you married?
You know what? You could also make your
I want you to repeat that after what I just told you in the bathhouse.
In the hand thing too. I know.
I
you got
know.
tricks, you got tricks.
I just wanted to make you feel worse about being single. It's
that
always
toe
funny.
over there?
You're another
You
one.
It is.
You're another one. I need to do a mission.
If there a particular reason, she should be nice.
Wait, what do you mean more yield?
I don't know. I hear a lot of people say it.
I said I made the joke about.
He understands. He gets it.
I want to go on a mission with you.
I like
handful
this
of
too.
not gone on a mission with
Thank you.
I just took
Mostly I'm here to tell you I'll be heading to bed. If you need something, I'll probably be in that corner over there.
Have a good night.
Don't get too cold.
Look for the sleeping gigantic body and surrounded by pelts.
I will keep an eye out for that.
Damn, I was hoping to inherit your brewery.
Well, that is it. Thank you for watching.